N'Golo Kante, Joao Felix and 3 other Chelsea players must prove a point to Graham Potter. Chelsea will hope to come away with a win against West Ham this weekend as they hope to build some momentum for the second half of their season and to find some improved performances. There's no getting away from the fact Chelsea has endured a poor season thus far. There has been little reason for optimism on the pitch throughout the first 21 matches of the Premier League season, with Graham Potter's side 9th in the table having already been knocked out of both domestic cups by Manchester City. The club has undergone some transformations since the summer takeover and has seen a new head coach and a mass of injuries, in addition to several behind-the-scenes changes over the last 6 months. Nevertheless, more will have been expected and £600 million being spent since the arrival of Todd Boehly and Bedad Eghbali comes with its expectations, even with a great deal of understanding. It almost goes without saying that much of Chelsea's squad has been below their best. Now with a more bloated squad and vast competition for places, many will have a point to prove both for a place in the team against West Ham and also their futures. Joao Felix, the Atletico Madrid loanee, put in a very exciting debut performance against Fulham, but it was overshadowed by a red card that saw him miss the next 3 matches. The Portugal international is eligible to return against West Ham on Saturday, and given the loan fee Chelsea paid for his services and the relatively few games of the season left, he must hit the ground running. Mason Mount, in terms of ability, Mason Mount has nothing to prove to anyone. The midfielder has shown himself to be one of the most trusted players to several Chelsea coaches in recent seasons, but having been named Player of the Season in consecutive years, he has struggled to match that level of output this season. Mount has produced just 3 goals and 6 assists this season in 28 appearances, with 4 of those assists coming in the space of 6 Champions League matches. However, the England international has become a victim of Chelsea's struggles in advanced positions this term, and while he still offers a lot systematically, a rest may be on the cards. The Cobham product has played more than 50 games in each of the last 3 seasons for the Blues and may need the team to help find his best as much as he has helped the team in recent seasons. Marc Cucurella, the Spanish defender, has had a mixed time since joining Chelsea from Brighton in the summer. The former Seagulls star had little room for error, having joined for a premium price, and has not always lived up to expectations in the absence of Ben Chilwell. The 24-year-old was left competing with Lewis Hall for a place on the left flank, and while some solid performances were present, he far from cemented his claim. Hopefully, Chilwell's return can aid Cucurella's cause. However, Potter can now afford to use his charge when the system and opposition more suit his involvement. He may not impose himself on the opponent's area like Chelsea have come to expect with Chilwell, but some of his better outings have come against technically adept opposition, such as Manchester City. N'Golo Kante, Potter has not been able to call upon the midfield star since his arrival at the club in September, but Kante is finally on his way back to full fitness. With his contract set to expire in the summer and negotiations underway, it's sure he will want to leave some kind of impression on Potter. While his quality will be a massive bonus on the pitch, the biggest point to prove he has is that his fitness can be managed and that the former Leicester midfielder can be available for most of the remainder of the season. Kalidou Koulibaly, the Senegal international, is under a degree of pressure to earn his place in the Chelsea side. Potter trusted the former Napoli star when the Premier League got back underway, but the 31-year-old has since seen Thiago Silva form what looks to be a very promising partnership with a more mobile and similarly physical Benoit Badiashile. Koulibaly was brought in to shore up the defence following the departures of Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen, but with Thiago Silva set to extend his deal, Levi Colwill is expected to return to the club from Brighton in the summer, and competition from Badiashile, Trevoh Chalobah and Wesley Fofana. Koulibaly is going to have his work cut. What he can do before the end of the season will be crucial to showing his worth. Perhaps the Champions League could offer an opportunity when Badiashile is not available. Please, what do you think? Leave a comment below. It's important. And please subscribe and hit the notification bell now for more Chelsea news and updates. The Blues. Chelsea is our name. Chelsea, the best.